Hello, everybody. Welcome to this edition of Mr. J's Geek Corner, place where we talk about anything and everything that is geek, whether it be TV, comics, movies, or video games. And as y'all remember on the last episode, I mentioned I talked about some of the greatest Batman animated shows ever made, ever to be made. And this week, I'm gonna talk about some of the best Batman animated movies ever made. And we know there's been a lot of them over the years. And I said some good, some bad. And today I'm going to talk about what I think are some of the best animated Batman, and there have been very few bad ones ever made. And today I'm going to talk about the best Batman animated movies ever made so far. And I'm going to start off with an honorable mention. I guess you could call this number 6 on the list, or number 7 rather on the list, and more like an honorable mention. Lego Batman the movie, which is a CG adaptation of the Lego Batman 2 Superheroes United video game. This is, if you haven't ever played the game, let me go ahead and tell you, this is the game in movie form. This is the movie. This is the game in movie form. Let me tell you, it's a great movie. I know it's more geared for little kids and everything, but let me go ahead and tell you, as a fan of the game, this was really good. When I saw it, the game is hilarious. Every Lego game they've ever made, like Lego Star Wars, Lego Batman in the past, and then this one, let me tell you, they're hilarious. I love playing them. I know they're more geared for kids, but they're I might as well say they're geared for the kid and the kid at heart. Me and folks like me. Like I said, it's a really good game. Really fun to play as Lego Superman, obviously. Being a Superman fan I am. But like I said, the movie is great. It's hilarious. It's funny. And yet it's not like too kiddie, I guess you could say. Like I said, it's really good. I said really true to Batman. And for those fans of the Batman movies, the Michael Keaton version, about every music cue that is Batman in this movie is the Batman is the Danny Elfman Batman theme from the first Tim Burton Michael Keaton Batman movie. And to me, I love that. They had it in the first game like that, they had it in the second game like that, and they had it in this movie like that. And not to mention, every time Superman appears, it's the classic theme. It's either the version they had in Superman Returns or the original Superman movie. And I love it. Like I said, it's just a fan's delight. It's just great. It's just a great movie. Great for the whole family. It's a great movie. I love it. I'm glad I bought it. I say it's just a great movie. I'd say go out and buy it right now. I'd say go out and buy it. And I'm gonna change that. It ain't honorable mention. That's number 7 on my list of best animated Batman movies ever. And number 6 on my list is based on the Frank Miller, one of Frank Miller's best fan favorite Batman stories, Batman Year One. And as you can already see, it came from Walmart because there's that special stuff on it. Like I said, this is a great movie. It's almost a page-for-page adaptation of what Year One was. Like I said, it's just a great movie. It's a great movie. I'm not a big fan of Batman Year One, but it's a good movie. It's a really good movie. It's good to see Batman in his just starting out. It's fun to see that. It's a really good movie. I'd recommend it. That's it. It ain't one of my favorites, but like I said, it's a good one. And like I said, I definitely see it. And number 5 on my list is another one of my favorites. It's probably actually the first Batman movie they ever put out as part of the DC animated line, Batman Gotham Knight. It's more based in the world of what's so good about this is based in the world of the original of the between Batman Begins and Dark Knight. The art in it's good. It's all done anime, different styles of anime, and it's pretty awesome. I'm kind of an anime fan, and like I said, it works with Batman so well. I mean, it looks awesome. He looks awesome in this movie. All the different versions of Batman you see in this movie, it's just awesome. And like I said, I definitely say go see this movie. Go get this movie. It's awesome. It's well worth the time. It's a good movie. And it's basically in that one it's like six interlocking six stories that basically go hand in hand with each other, and and to me that's good writing. That's really good writing, and this is made by the same guys who wrote the Dark Knight movies, and even Man of Steel. And one of them wrote by Man of Steel, a guy who helped write Man of Steel. And like I said, it's just awesome. I said go get it. And number 3 on my list, and number 4 on my list is another. You got to see this. Batman Under the Red Hood. Like I said, the art in this movie is awesome. The acting's awesome. The action's awesome. It's all really good. Like I said, go see this. Like I said, you got to. Like I said, it's an awesome movie. I said the guy who they got to play Batman is just great. I mean, I never actually read the entire Red Hood story, but like I said, this pretty much gives you a refresher on it. I mean, it sounds like it kind of deviates a little bit from the story a little bit, and yet at the same time, stays pretty true to it. I mean, it's wrote by the guy who wrote the story initially, so it's pretty much got his stamp of approval on it as being a good story. And the guy who they got to play Batman was the guy who played Christopher Pike in Star Trek. He does a great job playing Batman, and I think he played Batman in Young Justice also. I mean, it was like I said, he did a really great job. They all did such a good job. Like I said, it's a great movie. Go get it. Go get it, definitely. And number 3 on my list is one from is based in the world Batman Beyond. You can see there, Batman Beyond: The Return of the Joker. And as I've said before about Batman Beyond, I was never a fan. Like I said, it had its moments. This is pretty much one of them moments. I mean, it goes back to the old. It tells about what happened between the final battle between Batman and Joker, especially with Joker returning in the world Batman. Like, how does he return and everything? It's a really good story. And I said, and the fact that they got Mark Hamill to come back and play it is just great. And like I said, it shows the one that everybody's always wondered about, the final battle between Batman and Joker. It shows that on there, as according to that story. I mean, it's a really good story. I said that's one of the stories from Batman Beyond that made me like the show, actually. I mean, it was really, really good. I know I keep saying that about everyone really good, but they just are. There's no other word for it. It's just a spectacular movie, spectacular acting, great art, great drawing. I mean, it's all well done. And like I said, that's why it comes in number 3 on my list. And number 2 on my list is, I guess you can either count as one movie or 2 separate movies. It's another Frank Miller classic, and that is Batman: The Dark Knight Returns, parts 1 and 2. Of course, as it's been released now in one whole movie. It's The Dark Knight Returns in general. I mean, to me, that's even better than Batman Year One or anything else that's been on the list. Like I said, it's just one of the best Batman animated straight to DVD movies I've ever seen. I mean, and like I said, the part 1 was good. Part 2 was even better. I mean, Batman versus Joker, and then in the end, Batman versus Superman. I mean, you always want to see what a Batman-Superman fight was. Just a straight knockdown, drag-out fight. This is the movie for that. And like I said, and hopefully it's what we'll see in the new Batman-Superman movie they got coming up in a couple of years, which I've just heard recently is supposed to come out July 17th, 2015. And I cannot wait for that. And I said, I hope the fight we're going no doubt we're going to see in it is just like in that movie. Like I said, it is just spectacular. Very well done. Very true to the book. From what I've read of it, it's very true to the book. Very true to the character. And like I said, it's just extremely well done. Like I said, if there's any other one, I said there's only one other on this list I would recommend going to see more than anything else. But this is definitely one of them. Particularly part two. If you buy them separately, buy part two. Part two is the best one. That's it. It's just great, and I said I've highly recommend it to anyone. I said just like I said, if you haven't seen it already, it's awesome. It's awesome. Go buy it. Go buy it. Particularly go buy the one that's one whole movie. That way you don't have to spend less money. You spend less money, and number one on my list is probably the first Batman animated movie I ever saw. I always remember my brother renting this and us watching it together. Even though he's not a Batman fan, we watched it together. Batman: Mask of the Phantasm. It is the only thing from the original Batman animated series to ever make it to the big screen. I mean, this is even better to me. It's almost even better than Dark Knight Returns Part 2, and that's saying something. I mean, like I said, it's a great story. It's having to find out this other vigilante is killing criminals instead of bringing them in. He's killing them, and they're thinking it's Batman, and of course it's not, as you well know. And he has to go find out who this Phantasm is before he winds up getting brought in by the police. And everything. I said, it's a great movie, great story, great cast. Like I said, I highly recommend this above even any of the other. Of course, I recommend any ones that's on this list. But like I said, but above all, I recommend that one because I said it's just a great movie. It's just a great movie. Great. I said it's just, and I said, and on top of him finding out everything, you get trying to find out who this Phantasm is. You get to see inside his origins, how he got to be Batman. And you get to see like his proto stage and everything, and him finally becoming the Dark Knight. And like I said, it's just a great movie. Like I said, just you gotta see this. You gotta see. I said that's it's reason it's number one on my list. It's Batman animated series. I mean, you know, it's. I mean, it's got that magic to it. I mean, there's ain't nothing else like it. Not even Dark Knight Returns Part 2. And that's why it's number one on my list. But what do y'all think? Do y'all think that's the best one? Are any of these other ones better? Or is there one that I missed that's even better than these? I said, let me know. As always, let me know. Drop me a comment in the comment box. I would love to hear what y'all think about this. And that's all for this edition of Mr. J's Geek Corner. As always, if you got any comments about the show in general, drop me a comment in the comment box. If y'all got any ideas about things you want to hear me talk about on the show, drop me a comment. I would love to hear from you. I'm always looking for fresh new ideas and fresh new things to talk about on the show. Drop me a comment. I would love to hear your ideas. I would love to hear from you. I would really love to hear from you. And as I've said before, I just recently did a show from an idea one of my viewers gave to me. And they recommended it, and I did a show based on that. Like I said, I'm always looking for fresh ideas. And I'd love to hear from y'all. And I'll see y'all next time.